Let's talk about the WNBA, Angel Reese, or Caitlin Clark. Who has the edge? The rivalry that started in college has now continued into the WNBA. You've seen their games and the energy when they play. It's not just about their stats, it's about who controls the game and leaves the court as the MVP. So the question remains, who's the better player, Reese or Clark? Let's find out. First, let's rewind a bit and talk about their college days. Clark and Reese faced off 4 times in college, with Reese's teams winning 3 of those matchups. But it's their NCAA tournament battles that really put this rivalry on the map. In 2023, Reese and LSU took home the national championship. Remember that viral moment when Reese pointed at her ring finger as the clock ticked down? Yeah, that was aimed at Clark and her Iowa teammates. But Clark got her revenge in 2024. She dropped a massive 41 points to lead Iowa past LSU in the Elite Eight. Iowa made it to the championship game for the 2nd year in a row, imprinting Clark's legacy as one of the greatest college players ever. These matchups set the stage for what could be an epic WNBA rivalry. Now, let's see how they're doing as pros. Rookie of the Year. Since the start of the season, it seemed certain Caitlin Clark would win the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. Now, halfway through, she's still the top pick. With all this hype, it's no wonder Clark is the favorite for Rookie of the Year, especially since sports writers vote for the award. But is she really the best choice? Well, Reese might actually be having a better rookie season and is getting noticed more as each day passes, partly because of her rivalry with Clark. The odds of Reese winning Rookie of the Year are improving as well. She is having an amazing rookie season for the Chicago Sky. She's on a 9-game double-double streak, tying the record with Candace Parker and being the youngest to do so. She's averaging 11.1 rebounds per game, the 2nd highest for a rookie in history, just behind Tina Charles. Reese also scores 13.5 points per game, second only to Clark's 16.2, and leads rookies in steals and other advanced metrics like player efficiency rating and win shares. Will this be enough to win Rookie of the Year? It's still unlikely, but it's becoming more possible. Clark is also having a great season, leading rookies in points and assists and playing a big role for the Fever. Indiana's improved performance helps Clark, as does her media attention and flashier style. But on the other hand, Reese is also a strong contender. Comparing their WNBA starts. Now let's dive deeper into how Clark and Reese have performed so far in the WNBA. Clark's been on fire from beyond the arc, hitting 2.7 threes per game. That ranks 6th in the entire league. She's also getting to the free throw line a lot, making 4.7 free throws per game, which is 8th in the league. Her assist numbers are impressive too. Her 6.6 assists per game is the 3rd best ever for a rookie. Reese has been a beast on the boards, especially on the offensive glass. She's leading the entire league in offensive rebounds, grabbing 4.5 per game. Overall, she's 10th in the league in rebounding. But here's where it gets interesting. When we look at their stats side by side, Clark has the edge in most categories. She's averaging more points, 17.8 versus 12, more assists, 5.8 versus 1.3, and she's shooting better from the field, from 3 and from the free throw line. Reese does have Clark beat in rebounding, 8.7 versus 4.6, and turnovers, 1.7 versus 5.4. But overall, Clark's numbers are more impressive so far. Team performance. Now, basketball isn't just about individual stats, it's a team game, so how are their teams doing? Let's break it down based on their recent showdown in Chicago. The Sky and the Fever went head-to-head for the 3rd time this season, and it was a thriller. Reese came out on top this time, putting up a career-high 25 points and grabbing 16 rebounds. That's her 8th straight double-double, a new rookie record. She's joining an elite group, standing alongside legends such as Sylvia Fowles and Candace Parker. But don't count Clark out. She managed out a franchise record 13 assists and added 17 points of her own. Plus, she made history as the first rookie ever to score 15-plus points, make 10-plus assists, and sink 5-plus three-pointers in a single game. Expectations versus reality. Let's talk about expectations for a minute. When Clark was drafted by the Fever, people went wild. Fans were already dreaming about playoffs and championships. The pressure on Clark to turn the franchise around is enormous. Reese, on the other hand, flew a bit under the radar. She wasn't even projected to be a first-round pick at first. There were questions about whether her game would translate to the pro level. So far, Reese and the Sky have exceeded expectations, while Clark and the Fever are still trying to live up to the hype. But remember, we're only a few weeks into their careers. There's a lot of games left to be played. Conclusion. So, is Angel Reese better than Caitlin Clark? Based on the numbers we've seen so far, Clark has the edge. She's putting up better all-around stats and making a bigger impact on the offensive end. But here's the thing, we're only a few weeks into their pro careers. This rivalry is just getting started. Reese has shown flashes of the dominant rebounder and defender she can be. And while Clark's numbers are impressive, she and her team are still figuring out how to turn those stats into massive wins. What we can say for sure is that both players are incredibly talented. They're making their mark on the league right out of the gate. And if their college rivalry is any indication, we're in for some exciting battles between these two for years to come. So, what do you think? Are you Team Clark or Team Reese? Or are you just excited to watch these two stars develop? Let us know in the comments. And that's it for today's breakdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.